Have you ever wondered what makes your favorite perfume last all day? You know, that warm, cozy scent that just seems to linger? Well, there's a pretty good chance that a natural, ancient ingredient called Styrax is the secret. Today, we're going to trace its incredible journey from a tree's simple defense mechanism to the very soul of some of the world's most iconic fragrances. So here's what we've got on tap. We're going to follow the whole journey, right from the tree where this stuff is born to the lab where it gets transformed into a precious oil. We'll break down exactly what makes its aroma so unique, check out some of its other surprising uses, and then we'll take a peek into the future of this amazing ingredient. All right, so our story doesn't start in a sterile lab or a fancy perfumery. Nope. It starts out in nature, with a tree's powerful instinct to survive, a healing process that gives us something truly remarkable. It all comes down to this one specific tree, the Liquidambar orientalis. It's native to the landscapes of Asia Minor and the Mediterranean, and it is the only natural source of Styrax. You might also hear it called Storax. Don't worry, they're the exact same thing. So what exactly is Styrax? Well, think of it like the tree's own personal first aid kit. When its bark gets damaged or wounded, the tree oozes this thick, aromatic resin, what we call a balsam, to heal the wound and protect itself. It is, quite literally, the gift of a wounded tree. Okay, so we've got this raw, sticky balsam. But how in the world does that get turned into the refined, beautiful oil that perfumers actually work with? Well, that transformation is this amazing blend of ancient tradition and modern science. And I mean, this is a really hands-on traditional process. Harvesters will carefully peel away sections of the bark and then tap the sapwood underneath to encourage that precious balsam to start flowing. Every single drop is then scraped off the tree, or in some cases, they'll even boil the bark itself to make sure absolutely nothing goes to waste. Right, so getting from that raw resin to a pure, consistent oil that a master perfumer can actually use, that's a whole other ballgame. It requires a really precise scientific process, and this is where the laboratory comes in. And here, chemistry totally takes over. The raw balsam gets extracted multiple times with alcohol, then it's dried out to remove every last bit of moisture. And finally, it's concentrated under a vacuum. The end result? A beautiful, pale oil that has a very specific name in the industry, Styrax Absolute. This is the pure stuff, the unadulterated essence that perfectly captures the soul of the original resin. Okay, so we know how it's made, but why is it so captivating? What is the secret sauce inside this oil that has made it a prized ingredient for centuries? It's time to unlock the anatomy of its scent. So what is it that gives Styrax that unique, spicy, almost warm, balsamic aroma? Well, the secret lies in its chemical makeup, and it really comes down to one key molecule. And that molecule is cinnamic alcohol, along with its related esters, which you can just think of as slight variations of that main molecule. Together, they create that signature warm, spicy character that perfumers just can't get enough of. You know, in a perfumer's toolkit, Styrax is a real triple threat. First, it's a brilliant natural fixative. Think of it like an anchor for other, more delicate scents, helping the entire fragrance last longer. It also adds its own deep, balsamic character. And finally, it's an incredibly versatile team player. And this versatility is exactly why it's such a staple. It blends seamlessly with a huge range of other notes, from the lush, floral scent of ylang-ylang to the sweet, almost almond-like scent of coumarin. It's really the perfect ingredient for building complex, beautiful fragrances. So while Styrax is a total rock star in the world of fine fragrance, its usefulness doesn't stop there. Let's explore some of its other, maybe more surprising applications. It's pretty amazing how versatile this stuff is. You'll find it in skincare, where it's valued for its soothing and even antimicrobial properties. In aromatherapy, that grounding scent is used to help calm and relieve stress. And you might even find its pleasant aroma hiding in plain sight in things like air fresheners and cleaning products. So, with such a rich history, what does the future actually hold for Styrax? Let's take a look at how this ancient ingredient is adapting to a rapidly evolving modern market. First things first, its popularity is definitely not fading. Global demand for Styrax oil is stronger than ever, especially in the high-end fragrance world, where people are actively looking for authentic, top-quality natural ingredients. But the really interesting story here is in the trends. See, today's consumers want to know where their ingredients come from. This demand for natural and ethically sourced materials is driving a huge push for more sustainable harvesting, and it's even sparking research into new lab-based biotech alternatives.
And this quote just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? Styrax is a true cornerstone ingredient that beautifully bridges ancient traditions with modern innovation. It's loved for its history, its natural origins, and its incredible versatility. And this leaves us with a final fascinating question. The future of Styrax seems to hinge on this really delicate balance. How do we preserve the ancient natural traditions of its past while also embracing the technology we need for a sustainable future? It might not be about one winning out over the other, but about how the two can work together.